So today we're going to take a look at how Fnatic absolutely destroyed FUT on Haven. As you can see, Fnatic are playing their their double duelist ISO Yoru comp against FUT's Sage comp, which is a little interesting. I would assume that they're trying to experiment because these games don't really matter. FUT, but I really just don't like it. As you can see, they really suffer from not having that second flash initiator in this game, and the Sage really doesn't provide much value either. As you can see, I mean, they did get 5-13. Sunset was very close, 13-15, but they just got absolutely dumpstered on Haven. So we're just going to analyze the game real quick and see what went wrong for them. Real quick before we get started, I just want to thank you guys for the massive growth this channel has received recently. It means the world to me. However, YouTube analytics show that only 1% of viewers are subscribed. So if you do enjoy the content, please consider pressing that like button, pressing the subscribe button. It's free. It comes at no cost to you, and it means the world to me and helping this channel grow. Thank you. So the first round we're going to look at is round number 2, and Fnatic end up actually winning this round, surprisingly. So as you can see here, there's going to be a Yoru TP coming in from Durka in just a second, and they're just going to go for an 8 hit here. CNED does whiff here on Chronicle, which ends up costing them the round later, but it's not the direct cause of it. The main issue I have this round is that, well, first, with CNED, he tries to go back and peek close, and he ends up getting stuck in the corner here. And then Mr. Fallout was just, I mean, he was not looking, like, he was just not ready for this Yoru TP at all. Oh, no, he was Omen Blind, that's what it was. So, yeah, actually a really good play from Fnatic here with the Omen Blind coming across into the TP. I just realized that. I've watched this round back like 3 times already. I just noticed that. But yeah, a crazy entry kill from Durka, and then he gets traded out, but Alfajer manages to find another one on the ISO. And then Krax manages to take down Alpha, but Chronicle just throws a crazy shock dart here to equal up the round. And now this is where the craziness kind of comes out from Fnatic. As you can see, Boaster's he's gonna shift walk to backside, grab the Bulldog, and then throw it back to Chronicle. With yeah, so he throws it over to Chronicle, re-smokes, and then grabs another Bulldog. And it's just like, it reminds me of last year's Fnatic a lot. And we're going to recognize what our win con in the round is. We're going to recognize it, and then we're just going to execute it like perfectly. And they recognize that their win con is get these Bulldogs without making any noise. And they execute perfectly, and then Boaster just ends up getting both the trades, which actually, I don't know what FUT was doing here. Like, what is the play? I think they thought that they still had classics. I'm going to be really honest. I think he thought that was a classic, that barrel. Because he just runs it down and then ends up dying to Boaster with the Bulldog. And so I think that was one of the benefits of Boaster doing that shift walk play is that they didn't hear anything and they just assumed that they kept the classics and didn't push in. And it ends up costing them the round. So the next round we're going to look at is round number 4. And as you can see, Alfajer already has his ult up, which is pretty nuts. It's 4 rounds in the game and he already has his ult. So they end up tagging the Sage, and that was going to be a very big problem for them on this execute if the Sage didn't get hit by the ult. But she does, so Alfajer manages to win up the duel. And already showing the value of having a good ISO on your team like Alfajer. I mean, like, he can just provide so much value through those ults. But Fnatic cancel, they go back towards B. And as you can see, they just went out the 4v5. I mean, they end up swinging as a team here, which is good, but just wanted to showcase the value that ISO ult can provide. So the next round we're going to look at is round number 6, and this really showcases that kind of old Fnatic style where they're just so well drilled, and they know exactly what their win con is for the round, and they know exactly what their opponents are going to try to do, and so they just completely demolish them. So Fnatic just go for this full A hit. FUT try to get CNED on the op line, however, they miss the dart, let the dart get the pings off. A little bit frustrating for CNED, but they're going to drone Boaster into sewer and let him get on this line with the op because they have the read that CNED is, FUT, is going to try to go for a double peek behind the drone after it breaks. So as you can see here, drone breaks, they go for the peek, and Boaster gets 2 with the op. And after this, the round is just completely over. There's no way FUT are winning this. As you can see again, they go for the same Omen Blind TP play here. So go for the Omen Blind, they go for the TP into backside. However, FUT end up going for the save here. They realize it's not worth it. But just another crazy, well drilled round where Fnatic recognize their opponent's win con very early on, and they end up winning the round. The next round we're going to take a look at is round number 13, and as you can see, FUT are preparing to go for this B hit on their pistol round. Fnatic has this really nice, like, kind of mini macro play where Hero throws the camera long to try to set up Alfajer to push in. But as you can see, FUT end up going for this B hit. They try to use some of that Sage utility that I talked about in the beginning. But honestly, this Sage pick, it really did not have that much value this game. As you're about to see, they throw the slow in, they throw the wall down, but it ends up having kind of the slow ends up having more of a hindrance than like a benefit to CNED or to FUT because it stops CNED from pushing in deeper and taking a more aggressive line. And as you can see, Durka ends up just breaking the wall anyways because he gets crunched by it. And so I just didn't like how they used the Sage a lot this game. And then as you can see, a little bit more of that kind of like well tuned kind of play from Fnatic. As you can see, before this trip is even hit, they're already rotating towards C. They already have one on C. Hero starts to rotate, or Durka starts to rotate, sorry, right before they hit this trip. And then Hero manages to get the kill off of the trip through the spam in the wall. I'm going to be honest, I didn't even realize you could spam this wall with a ghost. So that's some crazy tech. Alfajer gets the kill, sorry. But as you can see, Hero got a lot of damage off. And the round is over. It means a 5v3. So overall, I just think that this Sage pick, I liked the idea that they had with it. That we're going to go B, we're going to abuse the wall, we're going to try to play post plant with it, which would be good. And it's very similar to how you would try to play a deadlock, but no breach on this map is just very hard to play into, especially when you have Alfajer on the team dropping 26 and 9. I mean, no breach is really, really going to hurt you. So just an unfortunate pick for FUT. So the last round we're going to look at today is the very last round of the game. And it really just showcases kind of that power of the ISO and how much impact it can have on the game, especially when you're playing against a Jett with Jett knives. So Boaster manages to get this opening kill on Window. He just buys an op. I mean, he's him. He actually did get Hero to buy him an op, and he didn't buy Hero a gun back. So Hero ends up having just a classic this round. But after he gets the kill with the op, he rotates to C, which is it's just very well drilled for Fnatic here. They rotate Boaster to C after getting the kill with the op. They have the read that they're going to C, which is correct. And then Alfajer is sitting in spawn with his ult out. And he actually manages to ult off of the camera ping from Hero, as you're about to see in a second. So CNED dashes out with his Blade Storm. Or up jumps out, sorry. But yeah, he gets pinged by the spy cam. And Alfajer realizes that he only has a Blade Storm, so he can't do anything in the ISO ult. So he manages to get that kill on it. If we go back, it's really funny because Cena just has a judge. So he just runs and jumps at him. But he can't do anything because he only has that Blade Storm and that judge. Adicaptan does catch out Hero there trying to get a gun. So there's a little bit of life for FUT, but Alfajer, the raid boss, just comes out and claims out the game. So just absolute raid boss right here. As you can see, there's some of that power from the ISO coming out and how powerful it can be if you do get a good player on that. However, it's a double-edged sword. If Alfajer doesn't have a good game there, they might not win this map. And the ISO, when you're not fragging out, the ISO, like the other abilities, the ISO vulnerable in the wall, they're not that good. So if you're not fragging out, then the pick is a little bit bad. So that's why I think it's a little bit of a risky choice. However, Alfajer, he's insane. I mean, he's going to have pretty consistent good games no matter what. So as we can see, Fnatic did close this out on FUT to go to upper finals. And I just think that FUT need to reevaluate a lot of their comps as well. They try to go for the Sage idea pretty consistently, and it doesn't really work out whenever they try it. And Sage is just not a great agent to play right now unless it's Icebox. Just to be brutally honest with you, FUT. So yeah, thanks for watching.